Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So this is my latest acquisition, a new friend of mine, Fred. Fred's dead, and I picked him up at Wholesale Sports. I love that store. Right now they're in big competition with Cabela's, so you can find a lot of amazing deals there, and I got this guy for 40% off. Normally this archery target is $200, and I think I paid about $120 for it, which might sound a lot for an archery target, but this thing is really built very sturdy. I actually hate shooting arrows into it because it's so damn hard to get the arrows out, which is a sign of a good target. Now, the reason why I got this archery target is multifold. One of the reasons is because shooting a zombie target with a crossbow is just fun, plain fun. But I also got it because there's not many targets on the market like this that are of the human form that allow you to test your archery skills on. Now, I have to say as a disclaimer, I in no way condone the use of crossbows or compound bows or recurve bows for the purpose of shooting people. And I'm going to say in any condition, just because there's a lot of liabilities right now. There was a guy who went and used, I think it was a crossbow, to go and shoot a bunch of people out in Eastern Canada, I believe. So I don't want these videos to be misinterpreted, but what I'm saying is, if you were wanting to practice to use archery for self-defense, there's not a lot of targets out there. Now, obviously, you know, laws as they are prohibit us in Canada in a lot of cases from using lethal force to defend ourselves. But the great thing about archery is that you don't have to legally have your compound bow or your crossbow even in a safe. You don't need licenses to purchase those, so they're probably going to be more readily accessible if you ever had to defend yourself or your domain. So for that reason, it's nice to have a target to practice on that's of the human form, just so you can get accustomed to hitting the vital areas. Now, like I said, I gotta say again that I in no way, I hope that I never have to use, you know, especially a bow, because it's not very practical to use, especially inside of your home for home defense. But if it's all you had, you damn well could use it for home defense. Bows are lethal, 100% lethal weapons. Make no mistake about it. A crossbolt or a arrow traveling at 300 feet per second is going to do some serious damage. Even to Fred here. One of the things I like about Fred is that when you do hit him, it leaves this black mark. As you can see, I've only used this target a few times. One of the things I have heard a weak point is the neck. So when you're pulling arrows out, you got to make sure you don't break the neck. Now, you can prop that up if you have to with some metal prongs, or glue it on there or something like that. But I haven't noticed any problems yet, but that certainly feels like a weak point. And they also give you 2 metal prongs if you want to stick it in the ground. What I usually do with my targets is I just stand them up against a tree. The great thing with this is, even with a headshot, the crossbow didn't go through the other side, because this stuff is just very tough. So you don't have to worry about it hitting the tree and getting stuck inside the tree. So anyways, let's take a few shots at old Fred here. Are you up for that, buddy? I guess you have no choice in the matter. So let's get to it. Fred, brother, that has to hurt. Oh shit, that went all the way through and into the tree. Let's just go like this. Oh, Freddy boy. That must have hurt. That is a total kill shot. That's actually the perfect walker kill, because, you know, you penetrate the skull by going through the eyeball.
as last time. Another headshot.